band does well, we sing a song. We sing the hell out of a song here. Alright? So, let's bring them in with the classic. Come on, you Spurs. Ready? Come on, you Spurs!
Ledley, a couple questions real quick, and then we'll have a mic that we'll pass around. We're good. After we ask the questions, so think of some questions while we're talking, and we'll have a guy with the mic around a little bit. Ledley, since how are you enjoying your U.S. tour so far?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. The team's been out in the past, and unfortunately I was unable to come on the tour, so it's great to be part of this tour. The team are getting good practice in, leading up to the Premier League season, and I'm able to come out and meet great fans across the world. You guys are great. We've got a great fan base. Hey. It's a pleasure to be here.
Stand up! Hey.
That was just announced. It was just announced that you're going to be working with the under-18 team as a coach. Tell us about tell us how that came about, and is that a new career path for you? Are we going to see you managing Spurs in a couple of years?
You know, I've been doing my badges, and working with the youth team doing that. Someone saw a little something in me, and you know, offered me a role part-time at a club working with the 18. So you know, I can continue to do my badges at the same time.
Are you specifically working with defenders on the team or anybody else?
No, just the team in general. But you know, I believe there are two young centre halves in the group that the club have got high hopes for, and you know, I'll be giving them special attention.
Who's that?
So now you've been at Spurs since you were a teenager, and you know, that's rare for an athlete in any sport. At what point did you decide to be, or did you decide that I'm never going to leave Spurs, and why did you want to stay here?
Yeah, to be honest, you know, for me, I made my debut at 18 at the club, and you know, it was a progression. I was trying to prove myself, trying to cement a place in the team, and you know, then I was captain at quite an early age, 23, I think, and you know, from that point on, I just wanted to lead up to success and try and win things with the club, and
one of your former teammates here, and you love him, he loves us. Steffan Freund is in the house. So we're talking about, you know, Ledley and why he stayed his whole career, and just talking about being a young player. And when he was a young player, you were on the pitch together in the same squad. What do you remember of Ledley in those days? What was the impression that he gave you? And what about him, you know, most impressed you, would you say? Or least impressed you?
To be honest, good evening everyone. Nice to meet you. Honestly, in the beginning, I think you didn't speak to anyone at the training ground. He was really shy, but you could see straight away that he's one of the best centre halves in England in the future. And his performances for the club are outstanding. And how he grows in the last 10 years as a person and as a player was amazing.
And Ledley, I wanted to ask you the same question. What was your impressions, you know, as a young player? Steffan at that point was, you know, star, veteran. What did you learn from him on the impressions?
Yeah, I mean, it was great to have Steffan in the team. You know, an experienced star. I watched him play Germany and England, and of course. First of all, Steffan was a great person, you know, and that's the first thing that you recognise. A great guy who's got time for everyone in the team. You know, he played with passion, which we all love. You know, he had a lot of time for things for young kids. He helped my career just develop. He's been a top class player.
the Spurs as a coach. I wanted to ask you, how has being a coach at Spurs changed your perspective on the team and on what it's like to be a player?
I worked for the German FA for 4 years with youth teams, 6 years before with youth teams on the lower level. I worked with 30 folks for Nigeria for the African Cup of Nations on the highest level, plus under 20s for Germany for 1 year as assistant coach. So I have a little bit experience, and that's what Ledley needs. It's great that he starts to work now for the under 18. It's great to hear. And you will have a great future as a manager for sure. One thing is really important for Ledley to make experience as a manager. It's a huge difference to be a player and then a manager. To be in front of Ledley Kings and Steffan Freund was never easy for a manager. Trust me.
We love you, Steffan.
But to be a part of Tottenham Hotspur again as a manager makes me proud. Honestly.
Yeah, right ahead.
The phone call came overnight from Daily Ladies, and no, I have to make a decision at the night, and it wasn't, of course it was easy to say yes, but my whole family is in Germany, and I'm based in Germany 3 years ago with my family, so that's a huge decision to make. And I couldn't come over with my family the first year, and now my family is with me in London, so we enjoy it. And every year as a coach now helps me to grow as a person too.
What do you know now that you wish you knew as a player? We'll get back to the softball questions.
I would tell Steffan Freund to score a goal. Funny answer. But Ledley knows me a little bit as a player, so that is the truth. To help young players to develop was always a part of my character. Talk to them, give them already a little bit experience, what they need for the future. And now Ledley will do the same. And now I'm a manager for Tottenham Hotspur, and in a situation with a lot of different characters, different types, individuals, team players, leaders like Michael Dawson. So you always have to find a way into their heart, and that's not easy because every player is different, and that's why it's great to be a manager, but it's sometimes hard work too.
Ledley, one of the things I wanted to ask you is you have on your record of having just yellow cards throughout your entire 300 And so my question is how did you actually do that? Were you specifically trying, like, I don't want to get a red card, or was it just, you know, a matter of your skills and you knew how to make the right tackle at the right time and it was always going to be legal?
I didn't like going to run. I didn't like, I think when you grow up and you trust your pace, as I did a long time ago, as a young kid. I always felt that if I stayed on my feet, then I could, I'd have an opportunity to tackle someone, even if they went past me. I felt like I could get back. And that's kind of the way it developed. So, I wasn't used to going down to ground unless it was a last ditch. That's just something I took throughout the years and with my game.
And it seems like, plenty of players, from our I just watch the game, but see bookings as part of the game. Do you feel like more players should take your approach and avoid the fouls?
No, I think there's times where I look back and I think that could have took a booking there, or I could have took someone out there. But I was always confident on my feet that I could get the ball. I always felt that. you know, I could always get the ball. I always played to get the ball. And that's just the way I was. You know, there was times where of course, you have to, you know, probably my 8 yellow cards are probably taking one for the team. But you know, apart from that, you know, I always tried to I trusted my instincts and tried to win it whatever.
And I hope you don't mind me asking, since it is legendary, but how is your knee these days?
The knee's fine. I mean, you know, 5 years to not train and just to play, you know, obviously wasn't easy. My knee was constantly through stress, you know, whether it was recovering from the game and then trying to make the next game. You know, my knee was swollen and stiff and it hurt. So it feels good now to kind of stepped away and, you know, my knee feels a lot better.
There's you know, tons of athletes are plagued with injuries, and usually when you see an athlete who really has a lot of trouble with injuries, it affects their knee. You can tell even when they come back, they're not the same player. I don't mean to be corny, but it didn't seem like that in your case. You always seem to come back strong, which is why, you know, what was that like for you?
It's tough.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be so mentally strong. You know, any player will tell you that injuries are the worst part of being a sportsman. You know, the doubt, you know, when you're coming back from injury, can you get back to where you was? So every game kind of felt like a new game for me. You know, I stayed mentally strong. You know, it came about trying to help the team to be a better team rather than by myself. You know, I realised that the knee wasn't going to improve. Therefore, you know, I wasn't going to be able to do the same things that I was able to do once upon a time. But then it became about making the players around me better and team being a better team when I did play.
And one last question before we open it to the crowd, but it's about the crowd, which is, I don't know if you know, there's a ton of people here. You know, vote for both you and Steffan. You know, what do you think about the growth of the popularity of football in the U.S. and of Spurs in particular?
Yeah, I think, you know, it's brilliant. As I said, you know, we've got a huge fan base across North America, and thankful for your support. You know, we love coming across here, you know, spending time with you guys. You know, you're just as passionate as the fans who, you know, live a mile away from the stadium. So it's great, you know, to come away from home and feel like we're at home. You know, the US is growing. You know, top players are coming to the league each year, each season, and you know, I think that helped the national team in the World Cup. I thought they had an excellent World Cup. You know, that's down to the league, the growth of the league. You know, I've said that the Belgium-USA game was one of my favourite.
Fries are $7.
The spirit, the unity that they showed.
Steffan, same question.
How much for the side?
No, especially again, I have to say that 2 years ago was the same in Baltimore.
There's no side for you.
Just get that pocket with the sandwich.
Your support is fantastic for Tottenham Hotspur, but that shows everyone how big Tottenham Hotspur are. Because if we travel thousands of miles to come over to America, and we can easily have parties like tonight with hundreds or thousands of supporters in every city in America. I love it.
Okay, on that note, let's open up to your questions.
All right, we got a question from out here on the patio. Hi, Ledley and Steffan. I wanted to ask you guys both, what was your favorite moment playing for Tottenham?
Of course, it's always special to win some silverware. I had the same question a few days ago. That's why I know it was an ugly game against Leicester in '99, but we beat them in the end 1-0, and it's always special for a footballer to win some silverware for your club, and then in the end for you too.
Yeah, for me, again, to win something is what it's about, and to be captain and lift a trophy at Wembley is the best feeling that you can have. And, I think obviously the Chelsea game was.
Steffan, last week you were asked about Holtby and you refused to answer the question. You said maybe it's better to not answer the question. So what do you think about
What did I say?
Sorry, we can't hear.
you said it's everyone's shouting behind me. You said it's probably better to not answer the question.
Yes.
So Lewis Holtby, what do you think his prospects are? Does he have a future at Spurs or does he not have a future? Answer the question. No, it's good. Ask Ledley.
Before we understand something wrong, Lewis Holtby is a fantastic footballer. Second, he has a contract, I think 3 years more for Tottenham Hotspur. That's the situation. So that you know, I said nothing because I'm not sure. Something can happen, and we all know to the end of August the transfer window is open. But I would love that Louis stay at the club. But it's not down to me. That's why I didn't answer the question.
Okay, we got a question. It's from the front row, and he'll just shout it out, and then I'll repeat it to everybody. Okay, so the question is, it's for Steffan. The question is, what is the number reason why ABB didn't stay? And the follow-up was, how is Pochettino different? What is it so far?
The morning after the Liverpool game, when Andre got sacked or he left, I don't know really, honestly. No, don't laugh, because that's something that always hurts. Because I'm a part of the managers of Tim Sherwood and Andre, and maybe one day with Ledley together. So if the manager got sacked, it's always said, please trust me, and you always have to go away from your feelings. The most important is always the club, and if the manager got sacked, then maybe it's possible that I'm sacked too in the next moment. So that's why it's difficult to say what's happened in between Andre and the chairman. But overall, we lost 5-0 against Liverpool. We had an awful game. That's the truth, and we didn't play well a few months in a row. So that's the truth, and that's, I think, is about football. Manager are in trouble if they don't play well, and it's never easy at Tottenham Hotspur to play well and win 3 or 4-0 every game. I know the pressure at the lane. So that was the situation with Andre. So I can't say more because
good night.
That's why. And with Maurizio so far we have together 24 training sessions, and it's really enjoyable to work together. That's what I can say. But I give the same answer than a few days ago in Seattle. It is really early to be too positive about everything, because with that experience, the last 2 years for me, I have to come down and let's see what's going on in the future. Because the pressure is huge for Maurizio, for all of us, and we have to win games, we have to play well, we have to go forward, we have to score 5 goals every game, mini goals. I'm not saying saying that to make you happy today because the pressure is huge for Mauricio. That's what I try to explain to him sometimes too.
I want to follow up with that. And before I ask one question, there's one thing I totally forgot to ask, and all of us first off are going to be happy I said this, is Ledley and Steffan will answer just about any question, but the one thing that they really can't answer is anything about transfers or anything like that. It's not what's on our minds right now. So that's the one restriction. How
about the owner?
Yes. Okay, so as we move on, do we have anyone? Another question. We're going to take one more from Daddy here.
Alright guys, my biggest question, mostly for Ledley and also for Steffan, is what was it like when you walked into the lane day of Derby against Arsenal? What was that feeling like?
We played against Arsenal. Whenever we played against Arsenal? Yeah? Well, it was always a different game. Throughout the week, the build-up was there. You know, that never happened in any other game unless it was a final or something like that. Against Arsenal, the build-up was in the paper throughout the week. The players were always ready for it. It's the first game that we look for, and when the fixtures come out, you know, you build up to it, and you know, results or past results go out the window for that game. You know, your form goes out the window. You know, it was the biggest game for us, and you know, such a great game. The atmosphere was different to any other game. You know, the hairs on the back of your neck would stand up as you drove into the lane. You know, it's a special game. You know, a special game, and you know, I played in many of them. I think Steffan did. You know, but you know, unfortunately, they had a good side at that time, and it was always tough for us to beat them. But you know, we always gave everything we had against them, and you know, as I say, I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Great long answer, Ledley. I tried to make it short. It's the biggest game of the season, and we always enjoy to play at the lane against the Reds.
Let's get a question from this man with the glasses in the front right. Yes, you may, sir. The question here was during the England-Croatia game in 2004, how did Ledley feel playing his performance as a defender in the midfield?
Well, I mean, I played the first game of the tournament centre half against France, so you know, that season for Tottenham I was playing in midfield. Funny enough, David Pete was playing me in midfield. You know, it was never my favourite position, but I always felt that I could do a job there. You know, I played with Steffan many times there. You know, he helped me. Yeah. You know, I never felt it was my strongest position, but you know, I always felt I could do a job there. You know, anytime you're asked to play a position to help your team out, you do it. You know, that's what we can bring. To play or to get minutes on the pitches is an honour, and you know, I just try to do the best I can.
How different does it feel to when you're in a different position? Do you think differently when you're there? Are you thinking like, okay, I'm in a different skill set, my whole role is different, or is it really just kind of the same?
It's different, you know.
Is the tail going to be down a tenner now? So,
you know, I think you have to, you know, move the ball a lot quicker, and it's totally different.
Yeah,
you know,
just minus it out, minus it off there and saying.
So you're not the last line of defence. You know, you can play with a little bit more freedom, I'll say. I felt that when I went in midfield. I felt like I had a little bit more freedom. Defenders were behind me. But yeah, you know, anytime I played there, I gave my all, but half was where I always felt best.
Let's close the question. Sorry, say it again. This is the this is the great mystery question. I think I know what he's going to say, but the question is, what happened that got John Terry? Okay.
I was asked this question earlier today, so the fans are very curious. But honestly, I grew up playing with John Terry, Sunday league level, and I enjoyed playing this. I enjoyed the battle, and on this occasion, it was a corner. I was marking him, and there was a bit of tussling, and he's dragged me to the floor. I'm blocking him off, and he's got up, and he's because he dragged me to the floor, I jumped up and puffed out my chest, and he puffed out his, and on the way back out, as he was heading back out, he barged into another one of my puffings, that's Cotto, and then Chimbonda at the time, and Zafora, I suppose because Asuoko's bodyguards, reacted angrily, and honestly, I swear, cross my heart, I do not know why John Terry got sent off, because people always say, did he say something? I honestly did not hear anything. The players on the pitch didn't hear anything, and I don't know why he got the red card. He dragged me to the floor, I just jumped up because I was just up for it, I was up for it.
Wondered about that too is you played with John Terry very young, and you've known him for a long time, and you've also played with a lot of players like Peter Krause and Scott Barr, as many players do that come up through the systems. How does those relationships, how does knowing both your teammates and your opponents from a young age, how does that affect you when they're on their team? How does that affect you when they're playing on the other side?
When you mentioned Peter Crouch, he's someone that I grew up with at the age of 14 at the club, close friend of mine. It's always tough to play against him.
What's stuff?
Because we were good friends.
Pascal Binman.
Crouch is such a nice guy, such a gentle soul. You feel bad if you put him on the floor, or anything like that. So, I always felt quite difficult with Crouchy. Bobby Zamora, I grew up with again, Sunday League. And he would always talk to me on the pitch, asking me how's the family, and stuff like that. But as a defender, you don't want to engage in conversation. You've got to try and concentrate. It's alright for forward, but as a defender, I didn't want to engage in no conversation. But it's part and parcel of it. I grew up knowing so many players throughout the years. Players that you play with for your national team. That you virtually played against people every week that you know, so it just becomes part and parcel.
Cool. Steffan, same question for you, especially since Germany's World Cup winning team, which I'm sure you're thrilled about, was part of the reason why people think that, or one of the things that says that they've done so well is so many players were from Bayern and knew each other well. How does that affect the way a team plays? Is it better to